Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new edition of BrobusCast. I am your host, Brobuscus, and with me today is literally none of the other hosts of the other two editions. We have different hosts this time. First up, we have Aiden.
Hello, and we are now taking over from the other host. Get used to us.
Yeah, and we have your only mate.
Aside from Brobuscus, this is an all British podcast.
Yeah, everyone here is in UK time except me. Which is going to make timing these things really freaking tricky.
Might as well get used to it now.
That's
Yeah,
true, you
pretty
tyrant.
Okay, so yeah, we're doing the RWBY podcast. We kind of alluded at it, I kind of assumed it was a joke, but here we are.
I started it as a joke, and then you were just like, so do you want to actually do the RWBY podcast? And now we're here. We've come full circle.
You know, so much gets started like that, let's be real.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, probably a first for these podcasts. I don't know what to... I'm gonna be recording the Death Battle podcast tomorrow. So I don't know which one's going up first between this one and that one, but if this one goes up first, then hey, we have the new background. That's pretty cool.
Hey.
Anywho's, so I thought we would just start now because Volume 7 is over. I thought, well, why not just go over the volume real quick, talk about things and stuff about it, and then just go from there.
Sounds good.
Alright.
So Volume 7, everybody. Oh boy.
Fantastic volume.
Great volume.
This one was a doozy, I'll say that much.
I like to refer to it as RWBY Volume 7, all the cliffhangers.
You know...
You're not wrong.
I wish I could say you're wrong.
I mean, we did get Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, sorry.
I was just gonna say, we did get, left on the biggest cliffhanger this series has ever done to us.
Yeah.
Salem has arrived. See you next year.
Would have found it funny if she was, about to say something and they just, cut her off.
That'd be like Age of Ultron.
Exactly.
That sounds funny. Let's just go through the volume. Let's just talk about the things about it and what we liked, what we didn't. That kind of stuff. You can tell this is totally professional. We totally planned this ahead of time.
Yep. Every intricate detail has been mapped out.
So I guess let's, I kind of want to start with the new characters we were introduced to this volume. Because there was a surprising amount of them.
Including the Butthole Patrol. I mean, the Aesops.
I'm
Sorry.
sure someone will get that reference.
Sorry, that's a joke between me and a friend.
Yeah, we know.
I think we should start with the most important character introduced in Volume 7. Forrest.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
what
an icon.
save you for... Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
You know, you
what
joke.
icon he was.
You know,
For,
you
the
joke,
1.5 hours.
but man, the reaction to him was... Oh boy.
Oh, I found that hilarious.
So
No,
did
I
I.
found it funny, but I'm wondering / concerned how many people thought about that unironically, because if you thought he was going to be of importance in any sort of way, you're crazy.
Crazier
still
than the
holding-
guy who murdered him.
I'm still holding out that he's gonna come back in Volume 8 with, like, a cyborg body. Just pulls out 2 machine guns and starts to, like, Terminator 2, all the Grim in the city.
Oh god.
Oh, man.
The Forrest, the true hero of Mantle.
But no, okay, for real, let's talk about the Aesops.
E.
Okay. I like them. I don't know about you guys, but I thought they were kind of cool.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I thought they were good. I just wish we got to spend a little bit more time with them, personally. But I still thought they were good for the time that they were on screen. And they're probably still going to be a thing in 8.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure that we're going to see them again. So.
Well, we're going to see 4 of them again.
Oof.
Yeah.
Am I a bad person for calling that?
You know, yeah, let's talk about that real quick. Let's just talk about them individually. So, obviously, I feel like it's worthwhile to talk about their leader first. So, let's do that.
He dead.
He dead. But let's talk about things aside from that. I don't know. I mean, sorry.
I was just gonna say he's got a fishing rod.
He does. That was weird. I was like, how are you? I saw that. I'm like, how the heck are you gonna fight with a fishing rod?
But then, hey,
I mean,
real good with a fishing rod.
Yeah, like he takes on both Tyrion and Crow at the same time with a fishing rod.
That's really weird to think about now that you've said that out loud. Never actually thought about that. Don't know why. Also, he's voiced by Chris Blackamp, who voices Aizawa. So there you go. There's voice actor tip number 1. I'm sure there will be plenty of those down the line.
Yeah. It's also weird when you think about that Dabi's voice actor helped Tokoyami kill Aizawa.
That is not wrong. This volume introduced a lot of My Hero voice actors now that I think about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll talk about one in
And
particular.
some Attack on Titan voice actors.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll talk about one of them in a minute. Let's get to these new characters first. Yeah. Okay. Clover's relationship with Crow, I thought was nice.
Yeah, I liked it.
It was good for Crow because it was like someone that was actually positive and a good influence on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, really helped him throughout the volume too. Which makes me super concerned for how he's gonna act later.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, I think more times than not, I feel like Crow's still gonna stay away from the alcohol. Like I'm sure there's probably gonna be some he's gonna be tempted to go back, but I feel like
absolutely.
I feel like by the end, I feel like he's not gonna actually go back, because that's just because of how much of an influence Clover was to him. Like he's gonna be like, I want to do it, but I probably shouldn't. That said, that's what I think is most likely, but I would be lying to myself if I said it wasn't impossible for him to actually go back to drinking, and that concerns me. So yeah, Crow, please don't do that.
Please.
Please.
I just thought that the overall Clover had a really like fun personality.
Yeah, I like him. I've seen a lot of people say they only like him because of how much of an influence he is on Crow, but I feel like that's really downplaying how like his own character.
Yeah, because they established plenty of elements about his character in the short time that he was on screen. Like, he likes to joke around, he can be serious when needed, he doesn't like to use violence unless it's absolutely necessary, and he's a good leader. Plenty of good qualities to admire.
Yeah.
And he shows off his semblance in really cool ways.
Indeed.
Like opening the door to a ship that's about to crash.
Hey, that made me laugh so much.
Just having his back to it as a Grimm's about to attack him is just like... And debris.
That made me laugh. Oh, what else was in... you think we should talk about the controversy behind his death, or should we wait?
I don't mind talking about it, if you want.
Okay, because some people are...
Let's put it this way. People were upset that they got the different kind of penetration that they were looking for. I'm not wrong!
No, you're not wrong.
Okay, that's not how I imagined that would be talked about, but yeah, you're not wrong. Okay, look. If you're gonna be upset that if you're gonna be upset that Crow and Clover didn't get hooked up when there was clearly no plan on doing that, I mean, feel free to have your ship, but man, people were really overreacting about this.
Yeah.
I mean, that being said, like, I remember hearing, like, someone talk about how, like, maybe Crow would finally be at peace when Clover's semblance, like, sort of counteracts his, that sort of thing, and I thought, okay, you know what, that's actually not bad. I could maybe get behind... Oh, he's dead.
Yeah. I think this is my own personal take, and I don't like being one of those people that, like, blames RWBY for things, but I think a lot of people really expected it more because of, like, how a lot of the members of the, like, staff on RWBY were, like, really supportive and, like, talked a lot about Clover X Crow. So I feel like that kind of built people's expectations up that something was going to happen, and when it didn't, that's why they were a lot more upset. I feel like maybe that's part of the problem.
I guess.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Still, I don't think it excuses a lot of the reactions I've seen, but...
Oh yeah, absolutely not. I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not blaming them for this at all. I'm just saying from that, like, maybe that's part of the reason, but that does not excuse all the death threats, all of the homophobic comments that a lot of people on the staff has received, all the spam, everything. It doesn't excuse any of that.
That said, what does surprise me in a very pleasant way, you guys remember you guys know about the Aesop's AMA? The Reddit AMA that they did?
No.
Oh, yeah.
All 5 of the voice actors for the Aesops went to Reddit for an Ask Me Anything. And surprisingly, no one, as far as I could tell, asked about what Chris thought about Clover dying or his him getting shipped with Grow.
Huh.
Like no one asked about... Wait, do you guys call it, like, fair game or Lucky Charms? I've called it one
I'm fine with either, to be honest. I think they're both alright.
Yeah, but no one asked about it, which was surprising. But also, I'm very glad they didn't, because man, that would have been a mess.
Yeah, and it's unfair to get the voice actor involved in that kind of drama, because he's just there to represent what he's given in the script, and try and do his best for his own professional job.
If I remember right, he actually said that he knew the Clover was going to die like very soon after he was cast.
Yeah.
That does not surprise me. Plus, like, you really think the voice actors have any influence on what happens in the show? Because that's ridiculous. Heck, even some of the other voice actors for the Aesops have said this. Like, we don't have any influence over what happens. We're just the side characters.
I mean, they're not wrong.
No, they didn't actually say that, but that's just how I interpreted it.
Yeah, I've seen the voice actors say multiple times, even the voice actors for the main characters, that they have no influence or control over where the overall story goes, or what happens with their characters, or anything like that.
I have seen people legit ask Lindsay and Barbara about this. So
Yeah.
that should give you
And I've seen Barbara and the like shoot that down.
Yeah,
I also
like
remember. Oh, sorry.
I'm just saying if the voice actors for Team RWBY don't influence what happens in the show, I don't think the Aesops do. So
Yeah.
There is one thing I remember that they might have had some influence with, but it's not anything like big plot related.
Oh.
It was after Volume 1 and the ladies did that podcast, and they joked about the idea of, since Blake is a cat faunus, with, like, Yang used a laser pointer to, like, lead us somewhere, and then she does that in Volume 2.
Oh, but that's like a small thing though, and it's
Yeah,
funny.
it's a small thing, and it's funny. Like, that's all it will ever come to.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was quite the tangent. Let's talk about a different Aesop.
Let's talk about them hips.
Sure, Harriet. Let's do that. Okay.
Madge.
I like her, but I don't know. I've seen a lot of people say that she's their favorite Aesop, and while I can see it, I don't know if I agree.
Yeah, she's not my personal favorite, but we'll get to him eventually.
Oh, geez.
Oh, sorry, I
right.
thought you were talking about Harriet.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about Harriet. I'm not trying to say that Harriet's a guy. But my personal opinion on Harriet, I think she's quite good for the most part. I liked her personality. Wasn't a bit too sure when the RWBY versus Aesop's fight happened, and then she's like, "Well, Marrow, we might have to kill them for resisting arrest."
Yeah, that was a bit much.
Yeah.
I also saw someone. This is relatively small, but Harriet's line, like, "I had you kids pegged from the start." I saw someone complain, like, "What? When?
Yeah, I never got that either.
When? How? Why?" Like, because she seemed rather friendly towards the main group, especially RWBY. So it's like, well, clearly you didn't, but okay. It's honestly, it's minor, but yeah, I can see it. Although I did see a somewhat decent rebuttal in that some part of Harriet's personality is that she doesn't like to admit she's wrong. So maybe that has something to do with it.
That and how super overconfident she is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that makes sense. But, I mean, one of the reasons that she was, like, one of my favorites, at least at the start, and honestly still kind of is it's just a super stupid thing, but super speed is one of my favorite superpowers. And usually when I see someone with super speed, I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool.
It is a really cool effect that they do for Harriet's super speed. Like I know it's like typical in like Flash and also in My Hero Academia, going back to that, for like characters with super speed to have like electricity around them. But it just looks really cool.
Yeah.
Also, they pretty much recreated a shot from the Sonic movie trailer.
Yeah. Side note, freaking go watch that movie.
If you like Sonic and or Jim Carrey, then watch the movie.
I've not seen the movie, but please go watch it. I just
Do
haven't
the
had
thing
the
that I
time.
haven't done.
I just haven't had the time. School and work have prevented me from being able to go out to the cinema, which is like 60. Like the nearest one for me is like 60 miles where I live.
Jeez.
It's not.
You're gonna
It's
hate
not-
me then.
Do you like
There's-
have one like down the street or something?
Yeah.
Oh god. But yeah, that's why I haven't seen the Sonic movie, but I want to, and I've heard it's really good. So go watch it,
It's
please.
so good. Anyways, so that's a different topic for a different day. One of honestly, my favorite thing about Harriet, and this is not this not to do with her character at all.
It's the hips, isn't it?
No. Though I
I
will
wouldn't
admit,
blame you if that was the reason.
I will admit that's a little ridiculous.
They go past her shoulders!
No, it's her weapon, and it's solely because it reminds me of Jackie from Mortal Kombat, and I've seen no one make that comparison at all, which is funny to me.
I also think it's quite cool that we finally get to see someone use like cybernetics in a replace a limb way, like someone using cybernetics to enhance their like normal punches or kicks. I feel like that's an interesting weapon.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. The only thing that kind of that's a little weird to me is her hairstyle. It just looks weird to me.
Yeah, for a long time I was starting to think, wait, is she a furnace or is that just her hair looking weird?
I thought she was a faunus when she was like introduced, and then I checked the wiki and it was like, no, she's a human. But I'm like, why does she have that style hair though?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I kind of get it because of what she's based on, but at that point, just make her a faunus.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I
feel like literally nothing would have changed.
I think it's because the faunus aspect was like a big part of Marrow's character, because
I guess.
like this kind of faded off like in the second half. The first half he did talk a lot about like faunus discrimination and stuff like that, so I think like that was a big part of his character, and if there was like more than one faunus on the team, that would have been lessened a bit, but I feel like they should have just made her a faunus.
Yep. Speaking of Marrow, let's talk about him now.
Favorite Aesop.
You know, I don't blame you.
So do I. He's a good boy.
He's a good boy. You want to know my favorite thing about him? It's again going to the weapons thing. And mate, you even brought this up. It's called fetch.
I know. Literally everything about Marrow is, I'm a dog.
Yeah, when they, I don't know if you've seen this, but when they did the concept art for Marrow, they
Yes.
wrote Doggo Tail
Oh, yeah.
on his character sheet.
They also had a little magnet thing on his back. It's like weapon storage. Weapon goes here or whatever. But it's funny to me because like one of its forms is a boomerang, so he can play fetch with himself.
It's what he does in his spare time. He just chucks it across the room and walks over and picks it back up.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
It is, but like they're not friends. So what else does Marrow do on his spare time? I also
funny.
think that Marrow has one of the coolest semblances, in my opinion.
It's also OP in a way.
Oh
No
yeah,
way.
definitely.
Anyone in his line of sight, stay!
Yeah, okay. I want to talk about that real quick, because I've seen a lot of people say that, and I mean, I'll be fair, I fell for this too, but I've seen a lot of people say that its semblance only affects one person at a time.
It doesn't.
No, I feel like it's a line of sight thing.
Yeah, it is, because like they showed it deliberately in the RWBY vs Aesop fight, because like he had to turn around to hit the Armagigas, and that's why Weiss was broken free of the slow. But like when he was in the crowd after the Tyrian massacre, he was like looking at everyone rushing towards him, and that's why he was able to slow multiple people, and it only wore off when he was like paying attention to Robin, who was like at the other direction of him. So
Yeah.
they do a good job of like setting up what Marrow's semblance can and cannot do.
Yeah.
I also like how out of all of them, he's the friendliest. Actually, no, aside from Clover.
He also doesn't want to murder children for resisting arrest, so that's a plus. Yeah, because like he's the only one that's like, are we really gonna fight a bunch of children? Like, can't we just try and solve this in a better way? Which is what I like, because like he's goofy and like I really like the scene. Like I know this is a small thing, but like when John brings over a cup of coffee and he's like sitting down for the mission brief, and then Marrow just like starts to wag his tail when he sees the coffee. Like Marrow's just like a really fun character, but can be like serious when he needs to be. And I feel like
there's another small detail like that. When Penny and Ruby meet him at the victory party, like as soon as he turns around and sees him, his tail wags a little.
Yeah,
like, it's a tiny detail, but I love it.
I also found it really funny when like Ruby and Oscar were having their whole scene, and he was just like, kids. Like, he has some of the best lines in the show, and this is a hot take, but I honestly wouldn't mind seeing like an anthology story all about Marrow and like his rise through the ranks in Atlas. I feel like that would be a great book. I'd buy that in like a heartbeat.
You know, you say that now, and I'm actually kind of curious as to how he became an Aesop, given his personality. But
and the fact that he's a Faunus in Atlas.
Yeah, that was confusing to me. I was like, when I saw someone bring it up for the intro, I was like, wait, one of the elite military people in Atlas is a freaking Faunus.
I guess
you remember in Volume 3 when we met Neon?
Oh yeah, the internet blew up about that. Atlas, the Faunus racist country, has like a Faunus representing them in like the biggest tournament in the world. Like that was like a massive criticism for like ages. Still is.
You know, I totally forgot that she was a Faunus. Anyways, okay, I don't know what else to talk about with Marrow. I feel like I had something else to say about him, but I don't remember what it was. Okay, I guess Elm? Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Basically, Nora. She's basically brawny Nora.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And I find it somewhat funny and confusing that her weapon is basically Nora's but better.
Yeah.
It really is.
It also complements her semblance a lot, because like her rocket launcher is super powerful, so she uses her semblance to like plant herself in the ground, so she won't get like blown back by the knockback.
Yeah. Also, she's voiced by Donna Bennett. If you don't know who that is, shame on you. I'm just kidding. Actually, she's voiced for RWBY before. She was. I keep getting them mixed up. I think she was Ren's mother.
Oh
yeah, she was. I also found out today that she voiced the character in Attack on Titan.
Does she?
Who did she voice?
She voiced, can't remember her name. It was this girl that had a relationship, well, a close sisterly relationship with Historia when she was a kid. And okay, spoiler alert, she's the girl that Aaron's dad ate to get the family plan.
Oh, that's depressing.
That got morbid real quick.
I mean, it's Attack on Titan. What do you expect?
You know, I haven't even seen the show, and I can say fair enough. Anyways,
it's a good show, though.
Oh,
yeah, I'll
it
take your word for it. I have no intentions of watching it.
Manga's better. Sorry.
I read the manga.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Manga's so good. Anyway, back on topic. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say. She crazy. Literally the first line she has, and I'm just like, whoa, what?
I still love that first scene. She's just violently shaking Ruby's hand. And I think even Clover is just looking at her like, what?
Yeah.
Just like tossing Ruby around.
Like a rag doll.
I also found it really funny, like, after the mission with the Aesops, Nora just like walks up to her and is like, "Our team
yes.
name will be Thunderfies."
Okay, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have much thoughts on Elm as a character. Like out of all the Aesops, she's the one I really don't. I don't know. I mean, I don't mind her, but out of all of them, she's probably my least favorite.
I really like her like enthusiasm with just anything.
Yeah.
She's also very loyal because, like, the second that she finds out that Ruby, like, kind of, like, Team Ruby betrayed them, that's when she gets, like, super angry and aggressive. So, like, she cares a lot about, like, loyalty and trust, which I think is a good characteristic for her to have.
Yeah, but at the same time, and this kind of goes for all the Aesops, I really, really want to know what it is that makes them that way. Throughout the entire volume, I was just thinking, okay, so they're not friends. That's already a bad sign. And then when stuff hits the fan, it's like, okay, so now y'all are just stupid.
Yeah, just doing your own thing when teamwork is clearly the better option.
I don't know. And Elm was really the one that was like the most vocal about it, and which is weird because I don't know why that's the case. I don't know. Maybe Volume 8 will change this entirely.
Hopefully. I want to see more of the Aesops.
Yeah, it would be nice to see more of them.
Yeah. Oh, and then Vine's there.
Yeah, mine's kind of just there for me.
What are you talking about? He has such a deep backstory and philosophy.
Yeah, definitely. What was it again?
I couldn't tell you, but that's besides the point.
Honestly, I was kind of weirded out by him when I, like, just from the intro alone, because his design looked weird to me.
Yeah, same here.
Because I was like, what the heck is up with him? I was hoping that, like, maybe next time we see them, I don't know, maybe that'll be explained, or maybe, like, when we actually get to know the Aesops. But nope. Don't, I still don't understand why he looks that way.
A theory that I had for a while that I regret not putting in our chat was I thought for, like, at least the first few episodes that he was maybe from, like, Ren's village. Like, because they wear, like, if you look at Ren's, like, older designs, it's got, like, kind of a similar, like, monkish look. So I thought that maybe he was, like, from... what was the village where Ren was from again? I can't remember.
I recently pronounced it for something I recorded. Kuroyori, I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh, Kuroyori.
Kuroyori.
Yeah. So that I thought that he was from there, or like somewhere near there, because he's got that kind of like design, but they never confirmed that.
Plus, it doesn't explain why he's so pale and has a jewel on his head. That thing is so confusing. What is up with that? And, anyways, that aside, yeah, I don't know. He was just kind of there. You know, I said Elm was my least favorite, but now I'm kind of
thinking it's Vine.
Now I'm kind of thinking it's Vine. I don't have anything against Vine. He's fine, but yeah, okay. I do like his powers though. He's basically discount Mr. Fantastic. You know, I say that Mr. Fantastic is actually kind of a jerk. Anywho, yeah. So that's fine. Let's talk about other characters. I mean, I'm more talking like, you know, major characters we see all the time instead of like, I don't know, like the Happy Huntresses. They're kind of there. Actually, speaking of them, let's talk about Robin.
Oh, I've got controversial opinions on Robin.
Oh, do you now?
Alright, I don't like her. I'm just flat out saying it now.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like her at first either. I mean, I started warming up to her, throughout the volume, especially when she started working, she started, helping the team, but I mean, then she decided to be stupid.
Yeah, that whole thing with her on the ship was just so dumb. Like, everyone wanted to act peacefully. It's her fault that Tyrion got out. So people like to blame Crow for Clover's death, but honestly, it's more on Robin.
You know, I actually more blame Clover himself for that, but whatever.
Yeah, I blame
Who do I attack? Crow or the crazy serial killer?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean,
who do I try and fight off? Oh my god, it just went from my back.
You know, I say I blame Clover. I obviously blame Tyrion. He's the one who actually killed him, but and now I hope he suffers.
Yeah, usually it's always the guy who's holding the sword that's to blame. Crazy, right?
I know.
I'm not hinting at anything.
Anyway,
It's just like, I don't really like her standoffish personality that much, and I feel like it was just a bit weird how she was trying to be both a politician and also, like, a vigilante for the people at the same time. Like, I don't really get how...
She's Batman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but, like, it's not like she had, like, a double life or anything like that. Like, if she wore a disguise, then sure, but she was very open about it, and yet, like, I just thought it was a bit of a weird decision. Like, maybe the Happy Huntresses should have been the one, like, doing all the robberies, and Robin was, like, a public figure that was, like, leading them for, like, the shadows or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that could have been a thing.
it's just weird because I know Robin was a very highly anticipated new character going into the volume. Yeah, when we saw her in the intro, didn't even know who she was.
I mean, a lot of people thought she was going to be the Winter Maiden.
You know, I thought that too.
Then again, they think every new girl is the Winter Maiden.
Remember when everyone
I thought that
Nora?
too.
Yeah, me too, admittedly.
Would have been funny if, like, Freya was just holding Penny's hand, power doesn't go to her, Robin's just, like, in the prisoner shipment truck, and then her eyes just start to glow.
Anyway, I mean, for the most part, she was anticipated because everyone thought she was voiced by Christina V, who was also a very anticipated voice actor for the volume.
I mean, she's wanted to be in RWBY for a long time.
I know, but it's just funny to me how when she announced on Twitter, "Hey, I'm going to be in RWBY," everyone lost their freaking minds.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I think the popular theory was that she was either going to be the Winter Maiden or the Schnee Mother.
Yeah, turns out she was neither of them. So yeah, I don't know. I saw someone say, like, after Clover died, I saw someone say, watch Robin not be sympathetic at all, for Crow. I'm very, very glad that wasn't the case.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah. Could you just imagine she's in the truck with him and then she just scoffs at him and tells him to grow up? That would have, I don't really think there would have been anything you could do to defend her after that happened.
No.
I would have hated her if she did that.
Oh, I would have too. That's why I was... But after that guy said that, I was like, you know, that's sadly not an impossibility.
But I'm glad that they showed that she's got more of a sensitive side and she can be more empathetic.
Yeah.
Happy Huntresses? I get that's where we were, right? Or do we move past that?
We're mostly talking about Robin, but we kind of... I don't think... You know, no offense to anyone who's a huge fan of the Happy Huntresses, but they were more background characters, honestly. I kind of want to talk about the characters that were, like, right at you. They were, like Robin, or the next character I was going to bring up, Pietro.
Yeah, they were like more of a background, like element, which is a shame because I honestly thought they were going to be really involved with Penny's character arc, because like their whole thing was that they were like a bunch of women that like fought for like Mantle and everything, and I felt like Penny was going to join them. I mean, she still might, but like maybe that would have been like the sign that she was like becoming like a true girl because she was being accepted into like a group of women who are like fighting for Mantle. But now we've got the whole like Winter Maiden thing where that's a sign that she's a real girl. But
You know what I just realized? The Happy Huntresses haven't been arrested yet.
yeah, how didn't that happen?
No, but what I mean is, they could be a good way to bust Robin out.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
Although speaking of which, on that note, Robin's arrested. Why?
She was at the scene of the crime. Maybe they thought that, yeah, maybe they thought that like I don't know.
We have a body, we have a guy looming over the body, and we have an unconscious girl. Who do we arrest? Let's just arrest both of them.
They even arrest Clover's corpse for some reason.
You're dead, you're under arrest.
You're under arrest for dying on the job.
That'd be weird. Okay. Anyway, I don't know. I just found that weird because like she wasn't in the list of people under arrest, and even Clover made that clear. And now all of a sudden, hey, I'm handcuffed, sitting next to a guy whose friend just died.
I think what it is like they probably looked at the crime scene and was like, they crashed. Clover and Crow and Robin all fought. Clover probably knocked out Robin, and then Crow killed him. I think maybe that's what they thought, but that's just me.
Maybe. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Anyways, Pietro, let's get back onto him.
He has a beautiful man voice.
He does.
Rooster
He's actually
never make audiobooks of After the Fall and Before the Dawn. Hire this man to do them.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
He actually shares the same voice as the main villain of Grim Eclipse, actually.
Oh, really?
That I knew I recognized him from somewhere. I didn't think that was where though.
Huh.
So there you go.
You know, now you say it.
Yeah.
I never caught on to that. I always heard that he voiced the character in The Walking Dead.
Well, he did that too. Anyways, I like him. He's precious.
Yeah. He's just like a good dad, and that's really it.
Which is kind of rare in RWBY when you think about it.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see. Pietro, Tai Yang, Gira.
John.
Yeah, that's it.
What? You didn't think that Marcus Black was like the best dad in all of RWBY?
Oh no, definitely. Anyways, all this praise we're giving Pietro really sucks because he's 100% gonna die.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
totally.
absolutely.
If not from like the weird aura poisoning thing that's happening to him because of what happened with Penny, the whale's gonna eat him.
It's either going to be that, or he's going to die inside the whale, or Penny gets destroyed again, and then he sacrifices himself to like bring her back to the
That's
final.
what I'm thinking. Because they're really hammering in the idea that that Pietro is kind of the reason Penny's still alive. So
But that begs a question that I've been thinking about. If like Penny's got her own soul, and all you need is like someone's aura to bring her back to life, couldn't like anyone sacrifice their aura to bring Penny back, not just Pietro?
they could, but that's implying that Pietro's not gonna be the one to take the hit, and he's not gonna. And
Plus, he might just be like, "Look, I'm dying anyway, so there's no need for you to pointlessly give up your aura."
That's true. And he probably feels some kind of guilt about what happened with Watts.
That's
possible.
true. I didn't even think about that. But that's a good point.
Oh, by the way, show of hands, how many of you were surprised when Pietro had his thumb over a dude in that picture?
I hated that so much.
Literally no one.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. None of you.
Like, they could have just, like, I don't know, maybe had Watts shave his mustache for that picture. Or, like, that was before he had the mustache.
I've seen Photoshop with him without the mustache. He looks weird.
He does, but, like...
I can imagine.
At least that way, like, you could have shown it without making it super obvious as Watts, but having him, like, conveniently cover up only Watts while picking up the picture, it was just so dumb.
I saw someone ask this, and I'm very curious now. Who holds a picture like that?
Could you just imagine how awkward it would have been? It's like, Ruby just asks him, could you move your thumb? We're not seeing someone. And he's like, but this is how I hold everything.
So weird. Anyways, also he has a really freaky looking spider wheelchair thing.
Freaky or cool?
Yes.
Could you imagine though? Like he presses a button on his wheelchair and it like transforms into like a giant mech? That would be awesome.
Oh, hell
that would be cool. Although I didn't think of this until just now, and I don't know whether this would be funny or sad. But that's why he's gonna die, so the RWBY animators don't have to constantly animate that.
Oh. Oh, it'd be like Akira Toriyama offering Raditz.
Yeah, because he hated drawing his hair.
That
doesn't surprise me. No. Also, they pretty much built up from the start. Like, yeah, this band's not gonna be around for much longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he has more death flags than Pyrrha did.
Yeah, and those death flags actually came into effect. Although a funny theory I heard was that he took all of Crow's death flags from Volume 6.
That's his semblance death flag absorption.
You know what? I can't accept it.
Someone add it to the wiki.
Yeah, there you go. I don't actually know what his semblance is now that I think about it. Well, I imagine, given that he doesn't have all his aura anymore, I wouldn't be surprised if he just doesn't have it anymore.
I mean, there are semblances that can, like, take other semblances away as well.
That's true.
And maybe since Penny's soul is, like, made from his aura, like, her like, I know Penny doesn't really have a semblance, but maybe, like, all the lasers are, like, his semblance? Maybe? I mean,
oh my gosh, his semblance is aura transfer.
That's, like, the worst semblance you could ever...
I know! Anyway, I think that's all the major new characters we know of.
Mama Snee.
Yes, okay. Willow.
Okay, fair enough. I guess we can talk about her.
The final RWBY Mama.
Okay. Given the one scene she shows up in, at least in terms of like where we actually like get to know her, as well as the RWBY DC comics, she is a very confusing character.
Yeah,
it's like they comics, yeah.
They like portray her as like two different people in like the comics and the show.
Yeah, because in the show, she's treated as she's treated as a very destroyed woman and is very upset about that. That makes sense. Okay, fair enough. That's probably aside from Kali, that's probably the best RWBY mother we've ever seen. I say seen, I know Summer, but
I mean,
well, we haven't seen all that much of Summer.
Exactly.
Which, by the way, would anyone else love like a Team Stark prequel series?
Yes.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend about this. Like, what if they got the DC animators to like do it hand drawn or something?
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Anyway, but then in the comics, she's barely. I say barely. She's
Look at
barely
my
better than
wonderful
Jock.
dude.
She's treated as the typical norm when it comes to RWBY parents. They're terrible.
Yeah. And, like, she humiliated Weiss in front of, like, a massive crowd.
It's so weird. Like, so I don't know what to. I wouldn't have so much of a problem with it if the RWBY comics were like the anthologies when they're not canon. But the problem is they are.
Yeah. Which is, like, really confusing, especially when you look back at previous issues and all the stuff that they've done.
Yeah, it is weird, but at the same time, I sort of go about it where I try and like mix the two in a way that makes sense.
Fair enough.
The only way I could think for these two Willows to, like, both be true is, like, maybe once Weiss left for good, that's when she became, like, truly defeated, and, like, how we see her in 7.
That wouldn't surprise me.
That's how I view it, personally, but I could be wrong.
That said, I'm glad she's not like the rest of Weiss's family, aka freaking garbage. Actually,
I mean,
I say that, except Winter. Winter's fine.
Whitley's good, though. He got shown to be quite sympathetic this volume. What? Oh, come on.
I don't know, although I heard the idea of, like, what if he's another abuse victim of Jog, and I was like, okay, I could probably buy that.
I could. I definitely think that's the case, but I still don't feel much sympathy for the guy.
Really? He's like a little kid that was, like, groomed by his father, because his, like, sister, mother, and other sister just, like, left him alone.
I guess, and I don't want anyone to misunderstand. I know I am aware of the possibility of him getting redemption, and yeah, I'm totally okay with that.
I am too.
But look, I'm gonna have to agree with Max here. Just because you have a reason to act the way you do doesn't mean it's okay. All of a sudden,
I agree with that. It's just like I feel like he's still a little kid, so like one thing I don't like. It's fine to not like him, but like all the people in like the RWBY fandom that are like, I want him to die along with
Oh
Jock.
no.
Yeah, like I'm not saying you're like that or like Max is like that. I don't know Max. I'm not gonna assume anything about him. But like I just feel like it's like for those people that really hate him, like come on, like calm down a little bit. He's a 14-year-old kid.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like the idea of him getting redemption is more believable than a lot of the people that people want to see get redeemed, because
yeah,
he's not murders of people.
I mean, who's more likely to get redeemed? An evil witch that has killed millions of people, caused human genocide, including her own children, and has caused human genocide, or a 14-year-old boy that grew up in a neglectful and abusive household? I'll let you be the judge of that.
You know, I'm pretty sure me and Mate would have thought of a completely different comparison entirely, but yeah, that works too.
Yeah, I was thinking of someone else too.
Emerald?
No, but that's another good one. Yeah.
I mean, out of her and Mercury, I feel like she's the more believable one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's another thing I've thought about. I haven't seen people ask this. Cinder, Neo, Tyrion, Watts, and Salem are in Atlas. So where the heck are Hazel, Emerald, and Mercury?
I saw a RWBY comic about this. It's by that like dumb RWBY thing where they all look dopey.
Yeah.
Basically, Hazel, Emerald, and Mercury are all just hanging out at Salem's palace, and they're just like, "Do you have any freeze? Go fish." And Mercury's just like, "We need to order another pizza."
Hazel's off there being the dad that Emerald and Mercury deserve.
Yeah. I
could see that.
Not much related to Volume 7, but that's something that's that I've been curious on for a while. Like, what is the deal between those three? Because Hazel is very Very sympathetic
I
towards
haven't.
both of them.
I haven't seen anyone mention this, but it's definitely a reason why they weren't in Atlas. It's because they're known wanted criminals.
Yeah, that's true.
So if they're spotted, then like the jig is up.
That's true, but so is Cinder.
Yeah, but Cinder went there on her own, not with Salem.
Yeah, but she's
like
still...
Salem or...
I mean, I guess people thought she was dead, so... Like I said, would explain that.
I mean, they might be there. Maybe they like rode along with Salem with Shamu.
Maybe.
That is also possible.
Who knows?
Yeah, we'll just have to wait until Volume 8.
Yeah. It's just interesting to me because I'm very interested to see what the end goal is for those three. But anyway, okay. So I kind of alluded at this a while ago, but when we were talking about bringing in more My Hero voice actors, we need to talk about one voice actor in particular. And I think everyone knows where I'm going with this. So, if you guys have been living under a rock, someone of the main cast got recast.
Oh, it's time.
Oh, this.
Yeah. Okay. First things first, I want to say, and I said this in another podcast, we are not going to talk about the reason why they got recast. Spoiler alert, it was Crow. And I swear, if someone brings it up in the comments, you're freaking blocked.
This is the RWBY podcast, not the politics podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not good with politics.
Nor are any of us, I'm pretty sure.
Now, here is me if I get into a political discussion.
Yeah, pretty much. Which makes all the ads I get on YouTube fun. Anyways, anyway, so yeah, Crow got recast. Jason Liebrecht, everybody.
Who, by the way, I know as Zeke, the Beast Titan in Attack on Titan.
And as a bunch of other people know him as Dobby from My Hero Academia. Yeah. So let's talk about our thoughts on him. Because I know at the beginning of the volume it was very interesting.
I just gotta say, if I was living under a rock and didn't know about the whole recast situation, I wouldn't have noticed the difference.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would have either. I mean, I know the behind the scenes stuff, so I did notice a difference. But it's a lot less subtle than, say, Ren.
Yeah. My thing with Jason, though, is I feel like he's a good voice actor, and he does good as Crow, but, like, some parts in the volume, he, like, flips between trying to do a Vic impression and trying to do his own thing for Crow.
Yeah. There was a lot of times where I thought Crow was a little too quiet, if that makes sense. Like, he sounded like he was whispering. I was like, Crow, speak up.
Oh boy, Crow would kill it with an ASMR channel.
Oh, he would. But I don't know. It was fine. I feel like people, if they haven't gotten used to it already, they'll probably get used to it down the line.
I feel like Jason's gonna be a lot better in Volume 8, because, like, especially during the Crow Clover Tyrion fight, he was, like, really good.
Yeah.
So I feel like
fantastic during that.
Yeah, so, like, once Volume 8 comes around, I think that's when he's finally gonna find his own, like, footing as Crow, like himself. Whereas this volume, it kind of felt like a lot of the time he was trying to, like, do, like, a Vic-ish kind of Crow voice.
Yeah. All right, we're done with that. I hope. What else is there? Oh, we should probably talk about the new designs. Since they're a big drawing point. They're the big like attraction for this volume.
Why does everyone have so many belts?
No, that's just Weiss.
Yeah, I know, but like, RWBY has like 10 belts on her. And like, there's so many zippers and everything. It's like, why?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing with anime characters. You either have a lot of belts or a lot of zips. Or
I
crazy
know,
hair.
but like, their old designs were like, didn't have any of that, and then now all of a sudden everyone's wearing zippers and belts. Is that like the new fashion trend on Remnant?
I guess.
Or they're starting it.
I don't know. I mean, having a lot of belts is a lot more subtle than having, and a lot more practical than having zippers on your sleeves. Look, I like Blake's new design and everything, but what the heck?
I mean, I love Blake's new design, although I will say, the full body catsuit, that's not going to be easy to get in or out of.
No, I imagined at the start of the volume she sleeps with it, but then we saw her in her, then we saw her in pajamas, and I'm like, oh, she doesn't actually sleep with it.
Would have been
Well, that's
funny
weird.
if
How
it
does
was
she-
underneath her pajamas.
That would not surprise me, but also, I was talking to Max about this, it's just like, how impractical is that to just go to the bathroom?
I know,
Yeah.
right? I'm like,
Also, Weiss somehow gained more hair. Like
No,
in the
it's the
span of
same
like 5
amount.
minutes. Is it? It looks like a lot bigger.
well, that's because it's
No,
braided.
like- Yeah, and if you look at like the length of it, I think before the ponytail like went below her butt, but now it is around like belly button level ish.
Well, that ruins my head canon of Weiss picking up everyone else's like chopped off hair and like dyeing white and mixing it in with her. Her like hair.
I still wish we could have seen her like whip someone with it.
I know, that would have been funny. Would have been like Shantae.
Marrow disarms her from like her weapon, and then she just like Shantae whips him, and that's how he takes her out. It takes him out.
Hair whip.
I also find it funny that on Team RWBY, all of them got new hairstyles except Yang.
Well, why would you change Yang's hair?
I know, like I get it. Like a quarter of
Like,
Yang's
aside
characters
from-
in her hair.
Aside from the ponytail.
Like I get it, a quarter of Yang's characters in her hair, but at the same time, that's just funny to me.
Also, I want to touch on this. The whole Blake short hair thing.
Oh yeah.
I was at the RTX RWBY panel when they first showed that. I was really happy that that's what they did.
Well, yeah,
Really?
'cause it's symbolism.
Yeah, because after her and Yang fought Adam, and he was dead, and we all realized, well, the White Fang isn't a thing anymore. Adam's gone, so Blake's like finally free, like
Yeah.
from that whole part of her life, and now she can like fully devote herself to Team RWBY and like move on in that. So perhaps cutting her hair short and whatnot would be a really good like symbolic way of showcasing that. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, I love that idea. I hope that's what they do.
Yeah, I like that
And then they
too.
did it, and I was like, yay!
Yeah, getting a haircut is very it is basically the symbol of like a life-changing event. Like with Blake, it's like, well, all my troubles are over, so why not?
Also, I still love that like little thing that she had with Yang about it.
Yeah.
The whole staring.
Yeah, that was cute.
Oh, sorry, not used to the new hair yet. Just.
I mean, she starts to get into Yang, so that's why she goes for the bisexual bob cut.
No, you say that. I remember seeing people freak out about it on Twitter.
It's like, it's not
when it
that
was
big of a
announced.
deal.
And I think it's because one of the concept artists confirmed that, yeah, that's what the hairstyle is.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
I just thought that little thing between her and Yang was really cute and funny.
I mean, to be fair, that's a reasonable way to react. I mean, we've seen Blake with the same hairstyle for like what, 6 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a pretty reasonable way to react.
Speaking of haircuts, what did you think of John's?
I didn't have an issue with it, and I don't get why people throw up such a stink about it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that specific artwork wasn't the best way to show it off. It's a lot better, like in the when you're actually watching it in the show.
Admittedly, when I first saw the art of it, I didn't realize it was Jean.
Yeah,
I was
It
just
was like John.
oh hey, there's Nora, there's Ren. Wait, who's? Oh wait, that's Jean.
John's older brother gets introduced.
he just happens to have the same outfit.
He like got the other half of Pyrrha's armor.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I will admit, when I first saw it, I was like, "What the heck?" But because again, same with Blake.
Not long after it was announced, I saw someone replace it with bananas, and I thought that was
Yeah, I
funny.
saw that. That was funny. But anyways, no, I will say, yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, "What the heck? That's weird." Because again, same with Blake. We've seen him with that hairstyle for 6 years, so. Difference is Jean's is a lot more drastic.
Yeah.
Like with Blake, it's just take the hair, cut it, done. Jean got a new haircut, but also a new hairdo. So that was weird. So yeah, it was a little weird to get used to, but over time I was like, it's whatever.
Yeah, same for me.
Yeah, I really did like Nora and Ren's redesigns though.
Yeah.
And oh god, the episode when Nora tries to compliment Ren on it, but he's just like, "Yeah, we should continue with the mission." And then Jean, "I like your outfit too."
We were all just thinking,
was funny.
Jean, really?
Read the room. I mean, I know it's not a room, but read it.
Read the icy hallway.
I like the small detail with Ren's design, how his father's knives,
Yeah,
next to his shoulder.
Yeah, rather than on his ankle.
it's a lot more of a practical placement for it, because you could just reach for it, done.
I mean, we can be honest here. Ren's always been more effective with that knife or hand combat.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, talking of Ren and redos and whatnot, the little upgrade that they made to his weapons, where the blades become grappling hooks.
Yeah.
Ages back, I saw fan art of someone doing something similar to that, where it's Ren in Attack on Titan gear, and I thought, okay, that is amazing. And then they put it into the volume, and I'm just like, oh, that's cool. I love it.
So let's see. Ren's parents died when he was young, and now he has a grappling hook. He's Batman.
Huh.
Wait, I thought, there was a RWBY panel before Volume 7 came out. They were talking about how similar Blake is to Batman, just in terms of equipment and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then Aaron decides to chime in with, "Yeah, but Blake has parents."
Oh.
Okay.
I laughed so hard. but felt
Well, I
bad.
imagine. Anyways, we didn't talk about rubies at all because it's basically the same. She has a new hairstyle. That's cool.
Yeah.
I think it looks better than her old one.
I don't know if I agree, but at the same time, I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's like full-on anime hair now.
Yeah. I'm curious as to how she got it that way.
Lots of hair gel.
I know, but how does she keep it that way? It's the same. It's still the same
Lots
when
of
she's
hair
sleeping.
gel. It's anime character logic.
True.
Hell, have you seen the hair of Yu-Gi-Oh protagonists?
You know what? Fair enough. Yeah. Oh, and Yang. Yang has a jacket now. That's cool.
Yeah, not much to say on Yang.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah. She got upgrades to her Robo Arm though.
That's true. It's pretty cool looking. It's a lot more. It has more of a design to it than her old Robo. Her old Robo Arm was pretty basic.
Yeah, it was.
Um.
This one's got like bits of Embaselica. It's got like a brass knuckle thing.
Real talk, I didn't even notice it was it looked like it was using part of Embaselica until like a week after I saw the new designs.
Really?
I know. I don't know why. I mean, to be fair, in that specific artwork, her Robo Arm was behind her regular arm, so.
Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah, I don't know. That took me way too long to notice. Although speaking of Yang, her weapons, she also got a weapon upgrade.
She got sticky bombs.
She has sticky bombs now. It's weird because as soon as I when they were showing off the upgrades, and Yang was punching those Grim, it played a different sound effect. I was like, well, that's weird. What the heck? And then I saw them.
And
like,
then they showed us the sticky bombs.
She has sticky bombs now. Okay. I was like, what is she doing? It's like, those aren't punch sound effects or shotgun sound effects. Oh yeah, we forgot to also mention. Ruby can invert her scythe.
I don't really like that because the whole point of the scythe is like it's a really like fancy weapon that you need to use like really finely, and now there's a button that can like literally just turn it around.
I guess
It makes it simpler to animate.
That's fair enough.
Maybe.
That's also that. It also, I mean, also she only did it once, so.
True, but I just
Yeah,
feel like
true.
it would take more time to like press the button and turn the scythe around than would be for us to like pick it up and turn it.
Sure. I don't know. I get it, but at the same time, it's more variety, which I appreciate.
Yeah. Also, like, so did Vice and Blake not get weapon upgrades?
You know,
I mean,
I'm actually
Gamble
very
Shroud got
curious if that's the
repaired.
case.
Like, Gamble Shroud got repaired, but did they do nothing else with it?
Yeah,
You know,
that's kind of disappointed because I thought the whole point they broke it for was so they could upgrade it.
Yeah. I mean, initially, like before I even thought of the concept of weapon upgrades, I thought, well, they probably just broke it so they can give it so that they can make it look cooler. But no, even then, no. All they did was just add a little bit of gold filling. Cool.
Yeah, which is actually a reference to like a Japanese or like samurai art of repairing stuff.
Yeah, I know, but still, I feel like they could have done a little bit more with it.
It kind of just look like it's a broken toy that she just like super glued back together.
I like that idea.
I mean, you're not wrong.
She doesn't want her parents to figure out that she's broken it, so she just sloppily super glues it together.
You know, I'm accepting that as headcanon now. Cause that's funny. But no, even Even Crow got somewhat of a weapon upgrade. I don't know if it's an upgrade, but it's or if he's always been able to do it. But he can actually like hold his. He can hold his sword like one of those like batons now. I don't know if you saw it in the fight with Tyrion.
Yeah, I remember that.
The blade is like underneath his arm. I was like, has that always been able to do that?
Kind of looks like he has a dual disc now.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Crow, he probably has the most drastic change. Not he doesn't have a hairstyle change, good, but his outfit is absolutely nothing like his old one.
Thing is, though, you remember a while back we saw that photo of Team Stark?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's wearing the exact same outfit in that and all the volumes he was in before this. So he's been wearing the same thing for how long?
Yeah.
I think a new look is very justified then.
I know.
Yeah.
And it looks cool, so I don't care.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, like, when before the volume started, it was like, the trailer didn't show a lot of Crow. They didn't show a new outfit for him, but yet they showed a new outfit for Team Juniper. Well, Juniper minus Biro, you know what I mean. So I was like, what the heck is this volume gonna do to Crow? I'm worried now. But no, he does have a new outfit. So that's cool. And I like it.
I don't know if this is just a me thing, but did Crow seem like he had a lot more gray hair this volume?
I guess maybe a little bit.
I didn't really notice anything different.
No, I didn't either, but now that you say it,
Like, he's always had a bit of grey in there.
that's true.
Yeah, it looked a lot more obvious in this volume for me, but might just be me.
I mean, they did have... I think I noticed, like, a new, like, lighting engine that they were using.
Yeah.
Mostly because the lighting seemed to highlight a certain part of some of the characters, which I won't go into. But...
Like, even in the first episode.
Just watch scenes and you'll know what I mean.
Like, even in the first episode, when they were in the ship, it looked a lot more nightimey than it did in Volume 6. Like, it looked more like nighttime, but with the moon out and shining. Now it was at that point where I was like, oh, okay, look, I know the animation gets better with each volume, but geez Louise.
Yeah, it's really improved.
Oh, yeah.
They find new ways to make it look better each time. How far are they gonna go? Anyway, I guess we could also talk about like the fights this volume, because I know fights are like the big drawing point for RWBY fans.
What would you say your favorite and least favorite fight was this volume?
I'm gonna have to... Well, least favorite, I don't know.
Yeah. Favorite, I'm torn between Ironwood versus Watts and RWBY versus the Aesops. Like those are...
both are fantastic choices.
Mm-hmm. Me, it's Ironwood versus Watts, or Crow versus Tyrion versus Clover. Because while I thought the result of that was a bit stupid, it had fantastic choreography.
That's
yeah,
true.
it really did. For me, my favorite would probably have to be, like... I know this is in Team RWBY versus Aesops, but Blake and Yang versus Elman Vine.
I don't know, because like
I just love like the teamwork that Blake and Yang show off. Also, the yin yang thing that they do at the end.
Oh, that looked great.
That was so freaking cool.
No, the reason why I like Iron Man versus Watt so much is because it's a very different fight than what we're used to.
Yeah, I really like the gravity shifts and like the work of the camera.
Yeah, but even just like the characters themselves, they're not like super big. They're not like super power. They're not super powered anime protagonists like the RWBY are. They're just they're people with guns. Now, granted, one of them has a gun that shoots gravity dust, but still.
Either that or has insane recoil.
No, it's gravity dust. It shoots the bullets it shoots are purple.
I like the idea that it's insane recoil.
Yeah, I like it too, but that's not the case.
Okay. I know, it's just funny to me.
Yeah.
It was also nice to see what the gravity biome did, because we got hinted at that with Team Cardin versus Penny and Cecile, but we never actually got to see it because it would have been CL. Sorry, because like the Rooster Teeth animator said it would have been too hard to do, so we actually got to see what it does.
Yeah. It's a lot more detailed than it was before, where before it was just a blue wall.
Yeah, it was just kind of there in the background as Penny kicks some ass.
But no, this time they're like actually they're like platforms. It's pretty great.
Also, the music in Ironwood versus Watts was great.
I was just about to say.
That's a thing that I always freaking love about RWBY. It's like the scores behind just anything. Like the soundtracks are always freaking-tastic. Like,
yeah,
Jeff Williams. Like, I swear he is so damn good at this.
Mm-hmm. Like even the people that really hate RWBY have to admit the soundtrack is really good.
Like it's like Sonic. No matter what you really say, you can't deny that the music is just freaking baller.
Totally.
Yeah. But no, like with Iron vs. Watts, it's special because they have because they had a new vocalist behind it. Whereas before it was usually just either Jeff or Casey over and over and over and over again. That's not a problem. I'm not complaining about that one bit. But
which is funny because Casey is also the singing voice for Weiss.
I know. I like the headcanon.
So it's just like, did Weiss like have a singing career and record all these songs before she went to Beacon?
I like to think that all of the RWBY soundtrack was sung by Weiss.
I kind of hope it was. That'd be funny. And I would like to see other people get a chance to do vocals for the soundtrack. Like I know Dawn, Elm's voice actor, got to do some of it as well.
Yeah.
And like a while back, I came across this video of Erin Zek, the voice of Blake, doing some singing, and she sounds so good.
Yeah.
I want her to do a song for the soundtrack, like one of these days.
Maybe like if they do another Blake theme, they could get her to do something in it. Because like you said, Blake's kind of moved on from the White Fang, and her previous themes were about that. So her getting a new one that could be sung by Erin would have been good.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
From Shadows Part 3. Anyways, but no, even the track for Ironwood Watts, it brought in someone who did cover art for them for the sake of making cover art. And then Jeff took notice and was like, "Hey, you want to do an actual soundtrack for the actual show?"
That is awesome.
I remember seeing in this comment section, someone mentioned that Jeff commented on one of Caleb's like covers and was like, "Would you like to do a collab?" And then before Volume 7 came out, Casey and him did a cover of Red Light Roses.
Oh yeah.
So everyone was like, yeah, that's probably the collab that they were talking about. And then he just appears in Volume 7.
Nope.
Surprise!
I just like I like the reactions to it because everyone's like, well, first off, everyone was like, hey, look, hey, new vocal track. That's cool because that's always something people take notice of.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I was kind of more focused on the fight.
But not only that, but a select few people were even like, wait a second.
That's Caleb.
I'll probably put a couple names on screen or something, to like highlight that. But still, that made me smile, because I didn't notice. Granted, admittedly, I don't listen to Caleb's stuff on its own, but after this, I just might do that. But yeah, like you said before, even Dawn got a shot at it, which is okay. That's another thing that kind of confused me because this was also brought up in the Ask Me Anything. But apparently they don't record none of the singers record together.
That's weird.
At least with that track in particular. Dawn actually sent in her parts, which is weird.
That is weird, but it came out okay.
That's true, but still.
Well, I suppose they've never really had to worry about like singers working together like that before, because like Casey and Jeff are related, so they probably see each other a lot and practice songs.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. I guess we can talk about what we expect / hope going forward. With Volume 8 and stuff.
I actually don't know entirely what to think for Volume 8. Like,
actually, wait,
We can
no.
go anywhere at this point.
yeah.
It's a bit of a better question. Since we were talking about one of the fights, Ironwood. We really need to talk about this guy.
Oh yeah.
I thought Ironwood was great this entire volume. I don't condone shooting a child. I want that on the record. I want to condone that and have that on the record. I do not condone shooting children. But I thought that his arc was very well handled, and his voice actor did a fantastic job.
Yeah, he really did.
Okay, so, what do you think is like, how do you think, Ironwood's gonna be, like, how do you think they're gonna deal with him? Do you think he'll get, like, redemption? Do you think he'll die?
I think he'll do both. My guess is his army is going to get wiped out at the start of 8. And then either the mid-season finale or the finale is going to be him, like, evacuating Atlas and then, like, crashing it into the whale.
Huh.
It's funny because I saw people say,
Oh god.
Screw
you, Salem. I'm dropping a continent on you.
Yeah, because I saw people say, like, what... that's it. That's it exactly. I saw people say, like, well, the Staff of Creation holds Atlas up. What if Ironwood uses it to slam it down on Salem?
Oh, wait. He can't get to it.
Yeah, because Penny can only get into it.
But still,
Yeah, that's the thing that has me wondering, because, like... Really, if Salem wants the relic, she has to get Penny.
Yeah. And she doesn't know who the Winter Maiden is.
Until Cinder shows up and is like, the Robo Girl Like, that's who you want.
So one thing I have is, like, there obviously is a machine that's harnessing the power of the relic. So if Ironwood really wanted to, like, drop drop Atlas on Salem, it's probably like a machine he could just turn off and then that's it.
Well, here's my retort.
Maybe, but then why didn't he do that to just raise Atlas up anyway?
Well, like, I assume he can only turn it on, off, and, like, turn it on so he can raise it higher, just, like, off so he can drop it.
Well, here's my retort. That would do a lot more harm than good.
True, but, like, if you got everyone off Atlas...
Well, not even that, but, like, Atlas is supposed to be the... You know, the city in the sky, the symbol of hope, or whatever. So, hey, let's drop it on the... So, like, hey, let's evacuate everyone off this symbol of hope and drop it on this immortal wizard lady thing.
Well, I feel like that would inspire hope. Because, like, this Grim is going to scare everyone.
Like,
so, like, by killing it.
A kind of similar thing happened in Red vs. Blue Season 13. Where, like, they evacuated everyone from this last big city on the planet and then...
That's true.
Nuked it in an attempt to take out the villains with it.
Yeah, I guess.
And then they go on to, like, win the day and sort of rebuild.
Yeah, but the thing is, the villains the villains in Red vs. Blue aren't freaking immortal.
True.
So not only would dropping Atlas on her do freaking nothing, but I don't know how much hope that would bring. It's like, hey, hey, she sure survived a continent dropping on top of her.
I think my thing is, like, he dropped the continent, killed the whale and all the mini-grim with it, and then, like, Team RWBY fight Salem.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, I will say I did like Ironwood this volume too. Yeah. But I definitely don't agree with his mentality.
Nah, nor do I.
Like even when all broke loose, I was like, okay, Ironwood really needs to take a chill pill right now. And then the Aesop's teamed with him for, as far as I could tell, no real reason.
They're just following orders.
That's not a good reason.
I never said it was.
And then what do we the next episode? Hey, I just shot a kid.
I feel like they did do a good job of, like, building up him slowly, like, losing the plot, though.
Yeah. Like, I've seen people complain about him.
Also, if you guys noticed, the whole, like, Wizard of Oz thing, the Cowardly Lion, like, lost all his courage and teamed up with Salem.
Yeah.
The Scarecrow has, like, lost his mind.
Yeah.
And the Tin Man no longer has a heart.
Yeah. So Oz's group is really taking a downward spiral, huh?
Okay, prediction. Glenda Goodwitch is going to turn evil.
You know, that
Maybe.
doesn't seem too far-fetched.
Wait, does that mean that Oscar's gonna get crushed by a house? No, not crushed by a house, sorry. I don't know why I thought he was the witch, sorry. Brain fart there. Does that mean that Oscar's gonna get red shoes? I don't know.
I don't know. What I do know is that apparently the headmaster of Shade is also someone that's probably not the most trustworthy person on the planet. So,
which is worrying because that's the last kingdom left that has yet to have anything go down in the show. And I'm saying in the show because I know there are books.
Yeah, but, like, we shouldn't have to read the books to experience a whole continent of the world in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen people complain, like, well, great, so, they just got not only, like, Vacuo and Team Coffee and whatnot just got relegated to books. I'm like, if you think we're not gonna see them again throughout the show, you're crazy.
It'd be kind of funny if we didn't, though. Like, we don't even get to see anything of Vacuo. It's just like it ends after the Atlas arc. That'd be both sad and really funny.
You know, there was a RWBY panel I went to London Comic Con before Volume 7 started. And there was a joke that they started up with, son. I'm not gonna lie, I would laugh my ass off if it happens. A little thing called Chunky Monkey. Where basically they just show up and it's like 4 in Endgame, like he's just fat. Though Michael joked about the idea of, like, let's say he jumps out of a ship and because of all the extra weight, he uses his semblance to make a bunch of clones and they just, like, bomb an area.
He just starts to carpet bomb people with his, like, giant clones.
I mean, it'd be effective. Also, Michael's son's voice actor said he kind of likes the idea in a joking way, so that way he could just eat his way to cosplay.
He'd open up a whole new world for cosplayers.
Thousands of large pizzas for everyone. Okay.
Gotta eat my way to Chunky Monkey.
And he also has like a full beard as well.
Give me a moment.
Oh, could you imagine Fortnite and RWBY?
I wouldn't be surprised if there is a video game like that in Remnant.
And it's like, we just see a scene of Sun playing that. He's like fat, drinking beer, and he's got his beard.
Oh god.
Okay. Sorry about that. I had a little bit of technical difficulties. We're all good. You won't see it in the video, so it won't matter.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll probably explain after we're done. But anyways, Volume 8.
I mean, like in all seriousness though, like if we do go back to Vacuo, or I always say back because we haven't been there yet. When we go to Vacuo, can we like see more of Scarlet and Sage?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Like, because let's face it, at this point, Team Sun only has 2 members.
Even in Chibi.
And even then, it's just mostly the one guy.
Like, I feel like the only reason that Scarlet is more popular than Sage is because they did that one panel with him in the manga.
Yeah, where he just said he's not into girls when RWBY was asking around for a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, one of my favorite panels from that is when she's going around considering all the teams. Team Cardinal, no.
Just like straight up no.
Yeah. But I mean, one of the reasons I want to see more from Scarlet is because he's voiced by Gavin Free.
Yeah.
And it's just like the chemistry that him and Michael have in Achievement Hunter videos. I just think that could lend itself great for like interactions with their characters.
Yeah. And it'd be a real shame the only thing we got to see of that interaction was in the book.
Yeah. So I've seen people say that maybe, like, before, like, maybe, like, half the season is in Atlas or something, and then we go to Vacuo. Personally, I think that's dumb, but, I've also seen people say that it's probably better off, like, given Atlas's situation, it's probably better off if Team RWBY just went back, grabbed Oscar, broke Crow out, and then left.
I don't think they'd do that.
No, they definitely are not going to do that.
You heard the meme? Because, like, you know how a lot of people were complaining that like with some episodes we would like skip over like Grim attacks. Could you just imagine that's how Volume 8 starts? It's like Ruby's just like, wow, that was a hard fight against Salem. Time to go to Vacuo.
But no, knowing the characters, that I feel like it'd be out of character to just find Oscar, pick him up, break her out of prison, then book it.
No, like they're gonna stay and fight for at least like a while, and I wouldn't be surprised if like at least a large chunk of the flying monkeys are like destroyed by Ruby Silver Eyes.
Yeah. Especially since she's gotten to a lot more control over them in the span of one volume.
I do like how in the inclusion they like establish why she can't do it. Like she even grabbed the place where the lamp was on her pocket to like, because she thought that Jin, like she could use Jin to do it again. Like that was a nice detail.
But I just find it's no big deal, but I just find it funny how one scene we get involving the Silver Eyes, she can't use it because she can't focus. And then the next thing you know, she's able to do it without a hitch against Cinder. I don't know
which
why.
confirms that Silver Eyes don't work on maidens.
Yeah, because Penny was right there.
That just makes Salem's line to me all the more confusing.
Yeah.
Because when they were talking about, like, oh, how is a Silver Eye girl able to best one of us? And she's like, yeah, it's because of the maiden power.
Yeah.
I think
when you hear that, you think, oh, so do Silver Eyes hurt maidens?
Apparently not.
But then it's like, no, it's only Grim.
That line really confused me, because up until that point, the only reason I thought that Cinder was affected was because of the Grim Spider. Because, like, you know how it went off her arm, touched her eye, and that's like the eye and arm that she lost.
Yeah.
Wait, what Grim Spider?
Like, you know how she took the powers from Amber? She had like a Grim Spider inside her arm. And
No, that wasn't inside her arm. It was like a glove that I think it had like a weird portal coming out of it, so it wasn't like a part of her body.
Then that weird like fang symbol formed on her back.
Yeah, they never explained that, did they?
Yeah, that was weird. But then didn't it like go away when she had the full power?
Oh, did it? I
don't remember that.
I thought it did.
I didn't pay attention because I totally forgot about it.
Also, we haven't seen Cinder's back in a while to confirm it's still there or not.
That's true.
RWBY, get on this. We need to see her back.
We need to see what that symbol's all about.
She has a tattoo, but it's a completely different one.
Oh, you know what?
It's just die, RWBY, die.
You know what? That glove...
No, it's the RWBY, the. It's German. Because that's the thing in Remnant.
That glove that Grimbug came out of kind of disappeared afterwards. You could argue it either disintegrated or it like faded into her arm. So maybe that has something to do with it? I don't know.
Actually, speaking of like Grim Arms, have you noticed the Cinder's Grim Arm is like spreading?
Oh,
yeah.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
actually, wait,
like
no, I
in
didn't
Volume
notice that,
5. Yeah. In Volume 5, it stopped at like a bicep, but now in this, it's like up to her shoulder.
That Grim is eating away at her body.
Yep.
That's.
It can also regenerate, which I was really confused about. So, like, is it like a special Grim that like, eats aura?
I gotta give massive props to Jessica Negri. That scream when to cut it off.
Felt so real.
Boy.
She's really improved since Volume 6.
I know, right?
Yeah. And judging from that scream, it also seems like it regenerating also takes a toll on her.
Really hurt.
So that's disturbing. I don't think this arm is as much of a gift as Salem said it was. I mean, I guess it does have the energy absorption, so that's something. But still, and I guess it's better than having just one arm.
Yeah.
But
Though it's kind of like a chip. Like it's like she's a dog. Like Salem put like a chip in her, so she can like keep track of her fall maiden.
I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case.
Yeah.
Because she knew the Cinder was alive, right after the events of Volume 5.
That still confuses me.
I think it's because of the Grim Arm.
I mean, that's probably the case, but they don't say it, so.
I know this is slightly off topic and whatnot, but I still love that some people actually thought she was dead after Volume 5.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope she was dead. But I don't think
I'm just sitting there thinking, I mean, we know she's not dead. And I had so many people try and argue with me, no, she is dead. You don't know what you're talking about. Volume 6 rolls around, alive.
I feel like it got to the point where it was just denial. Which, I mean, to be fair, I was kind of in that too, but...
Oh no, denial came at the end of Volume 6.
That's also true.
I think it was more just hopefulness, hoping she would die.
Yeah, because no one likes Cinder.
Not even the people that write the show.
Yeah, and
Cinder.
There are characters in the show.
I mean, she's a bad person, so...
I know, but they just don't like her in general.
I find it funny that there are characters in the show that even the writers don't like.
Oh yeah, they're terrible people.
I know, but that's just funny to me. They write these characters and they're like, we don't like these characters. Which kind of, I guess, explains why Cinder did basically jack all in Volume 6.
See, that's the thing that I really like about Rooster Teeth in general. It's when they write a villain, they're just such despicable people that you just freaking hate with every fiber of your being.
Oh yeah, I'm really aiming...
Not just in RWBY, in Red vs. Blue, and just so much of what they do.
But it's that's not the only kind of villain that they can write. Torchwick, good example of a fun villain. And what's the name of the guy from Grim Eclipse?
Dr. Mother.
Yeah, him. He was a different take on a villain as well.
True.
And there's Tyrion, who's just crazy.
Yeah, Tyrion's the Joker.
I hope and I'm not gonna lie, I really hope he suffers.
I think Volume 7 was the best.
The thing is, though, if Tyrion suffers, I think he's the kind of guy who will enjoy it.
Yeah, he'll probably get off
probably, but at the same time, oh my gosh.
I mean, he'd be getting punched in the face and be like, "This is great."
I mean, he probably had the best time at Atlas because he got to kill people, he got a new hat, and then he got to kill more people. I literally burst out laughing when he like took the captain's hat, and then he just like dove the plane down. I want that. I want that hat part of his new design in Volume 8. Like he wears the hat all time.
I wouldn't be surprised if people cosplay Tyrion with just that hat.
I want Tyrion with the captain's hat on a shirt. I'll buy it.
You know, speaking of Tyrion, he's gone up as like one of my favorite villains. Like,
totally.
Volume. Like he really got to shine in Volume 7. And okay, again, giving massive props to voice actors. Oh my god,
yeah. He was
like,
so good.
The dude who voices him, he is freaking terrifying,
and he's loving every second of it.
I know, right? He's just like, I remember him on a panel once, and he was talking about playing Tyrion, and he's just like, yeah, he's evil, and he loves being evil, and I love voicing that.
I
but,
get to play the crazy guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Although, you know what's really weird? The only other role I knew him from is Armin in Attack on Titan.
Yeah, and it's such a difference.
Yeah, and it kind of gave me this weird image of, like, what if the casting director pitched Armin as, like, who they're going to cast as Tyrion? Okay, Miles, Kerry, everyone, I've scoured the world to find who will voice Tyrion. And here is who I think will play a fantastic psychopath. Here
The
is
guy
Tyrion
that plays
Callows.
Armin.
And it's just Armin crying. What do you think?
I love it. I love it.
Okay. As far as a written character goes, yeah, Tyrion's great. On the other hand, I really want him to die.
Now you know how I felt with a character who died in the previous volume.
Yep. Oh, don't worry, I felt that about him too. But still, and look, okay, I'm just gonna say this now. When Tyrion's time is up, and when the writers decide, you know what, now's the time to write him off.
You're basically gonna have the same reaction I did when Adam got stabbed.
I'm gonna be kind of sad, to be honest.
What I was going to say is that if the deed is not done by Crow, I'm going to be mad.
Could you imagine they kill Tyrion in the same way they killed Adam?
Look, as long as Crow kills him, I don't freaking care how he does it.
Except it's like Crow and Robin.
Cause man, this guy's done a lot to Crow. I feel like it would be.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point it'd be kind of disrespectful to not have him do it.
Yeah, I can understand that.
It's kind of like what happened with Cinder. It would have been disrespectful if, like, Raven was the one to kill her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been weird.
Compared to, like, Ruby or John.
Yeah. It's also why I think people should stop complaining when Blake and Yang killed Adam. Because, like, who else would have done it?
Yeah.
Sienna Khan rises from the grave and kills Adam. You should have aimed for the head.
You're joining me in hell now, you son of a gun.
Just drags him into the water.
Yes.
It's like, no, let go of me! And Blake and Yang just like, huh.
That was
Neat.
weird.
That happened. Should we not tell the others that zombies are a thing now?
I like to
Let's
think that Blake
just
and
never speak of this again. Never speak
If
of
zombi-
it again.
if zombi-
Exactly.
If zombies were a thing in Ruby, there would be someone that would do, like, a zombie summer monfic.
Oh.
I wouldn't be surprised if that exists.
Probably does, to be honest.
Like, there are all kinds of fanfics out there for Ruby.
That actually makes me. Oh yeah, there is. But it actually makes me kind of curious about Summer. This volume has made me very curious about her. Because it was never. Unless maybe the writers said something about it. I don't know. As far as like in canon goes, has it ever been actually like officially stated? Yeah, she's dead.
Not really.
I don't think that has been, no.
Though this volume did confirm that it wasn't Osmond's fault that Summer died. Which is what something a lot of people assumed. Especially
I have seen theories, like, what if she's the Summer Maiden, because Summer, lol.
Yeah.
Or, like, what if she's secretly working for Salem? Now,
that
one I thought was
the latter
stupid,
is what I'm.
But then I remembered something from Volume 4.
What's that?
You remember when that, like, orb tentacle Grim showed up in the front room and Salem said, "Keep looking, the relic is there."
Oh, I
Who
didn't
was she
even think
talking
about
to?
that.
Oh. Just like you-
No. Okay. Honestly,
That-
yeah, I think.
Like, there is someone unaccounted for.
Yeah, I do honestly think that if Summer is still alive, then I think the way they're gonna go with it is she's secretly working for Salem.
Yeah, it's either that or she's in hiding, which I have to admit would probably make her a worse person than Raven.
I think they did actually say when Salem like confronted Team Ruby Ninewood that like your mother said the exact same words and she failed. So I think that was implying that Salem killed Summer?
Yeah.
But that could just mean that, like, Salem, like, captured Summer. Or, like, turned her against Ozpin or something like that.
Yeah. She's with Summer, I think she's either working for Salem or she's dead.
One or the other.
Yeah.
I think her being the Summer Maiden is, I mean, aside from the obvious, haha, Summer is the Summer Maiden. I just feel like that doesn't make. I just feel like that makes no sense. Like, she's a maiden. She has silver eyes. Why go after Salem, fail, and then go into hiding?
I mean, I think people want her to be the Summer Maiden, so like she can give the powers to RWBY.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah.
Speaking of maidens, what did you think when Penny became the Winter Maiden?
I'll admit I wasn't that surprised when it happened, mostly because, okay, as the episode was going, I was just thinking, okay, that's obviously going to happen, right? But also, I came across like this big analysis on Tumblr where someone was talking about symbolism behind Penny getting maiden powers and how she would basically become a real girl, and I was like, okay, that is amazing, and if that were the case, I'd be cool with it.
Yeah. It was just weird to me because, like I wasn't opposed to Penny becoming a maiden. It just weirded me out because, I know she can project an aura. She has a soul and whatnot, but she's still a robot.
Yeah, and her aura and soul come from a man, like an elderly man.
That is weird, but at the same time, the symbolism is just so good that I can look past that.
Like I'm not opposed to Penny being a maiden, and I'm fine with that idea. I saw people speculate on that, and I was like, can a robot become a maiden?
Yeah.
Turns out, they can.
That just makes me wonder, like, what exactly are the limits to maiden powers? Because
I think it has something to do with like they need to have a soul. I don't know.
So that begs the question: does that mean that someone that like could identify as a woman could become a maiden, even if they're biologically male?
I was about to talk about that.
Because like you know how what's her name, Mary Marigold or what's her name again?
May.
May, that's it. Like,
the one of the happy huntresses, yeah.
Yeah, the one that's like a transgender woman. Could she get the powers? Because she identifies as a woman. Like, does magic depend on like how you see yourself, or does it depend on how the person giving you the maiden powers sees you? So like, Freya didn't think that Penny was a robot, so she thought she was an actual girl. And that's why she got the powers. Is maybe that how it works?
Maybe.
If the person that gives you the maiden powers believes you are a woman, does that count? Is that like a loophole?
Maiden powers are weird.
Yeah.
Another weird maiden powers thing. This is kind of minor, but I'm very confused as to the maiden eye colors. Like the flames they have. Because initially when we just knew about Raven and Cinder, I thought it was seasonal based. Like, Cinder has orange eyes. Okay, fair enough. Ravens are reddish. Cool. That's fair. It's like with Winter, like, is it going to be like... With the Winter Maiden, is it going to be like blue? And then Freya shows up. She has blue eyes. Yep, cool. And then, I don't know, maybe Summer would be yellow. I don't know. But then Penny became the Winter Maiden, and her maiden eyes are green. Like, okay, well now I'm confused.
Yeah, I think I think the eye thing is just eye color.
Or maybe like the aura color.
Yeah, it's either eye color
Yeah,
or aura color.
I have seen that, and the thing is, like, the only maidens we've seen, like, their aura color and their eye colors match.
Yeah, so it's one or the
So-
other.
Yeah.
Okay,
here's how we find out. Have Yang or Blake become a maiden.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Then we'll know.
Yeah, I don't know. That was always confusing to me.
Oh, or Ruby.
That's true.
Like, would the thing be silver or red?
Ooh, Silver Eyes Maiden, that'd be cool.
No, I've seen people say, like, they're really against the idea of Team Ruby becoming the maidens.
I'm not.
And
I think
don't know
it's
either, I'm
okay.
actually- I'd actually be up for it. But it's just like, some of the reasoning behind it, I'm just like, that doesn't make sense.
Although it
Like,
is weird how that, like, how are they going to progress that?
Sorry.
Like, how are they going to progress that theory now that Penny, of all people, is the Winter Maiden?
Well, we did establish that like Weiss and Penny are kind of like bonding. When like Penny dies or something, it goes to Weiss. Ruby defeats
Possibly.
Cinder. Fall Maiden powers go to Cinder.
Raven dies, she thinks about her daughter, so Yang gets it, and then Blake gets
And
the
then-
Summer Maiden because that's the only one that's left.
Yeah, like maybe the Summer Maiden's like a Faunus or
Oh,
something
maybe.
like that.
But yeah, I don't know. It was just weird because, like, okay, it's like there was a bunch of ways that whole thing could have gone. Winter could have gotten the powers, and then eventually they'll go to Weiss. Or Weiss could have got them on the spot. I don't know. Or Cinder could have got them, and then all hell breaks
that
loose.
that would have confirmed the theory that Cinder's eventually going to get all four of them.
Yeah.
I wonder what a double maiden would look like. Like, would she have blue highlights underneath the Fall Maiden flames?
Or would the flame just be bigger?
Yeah. Or would it be
Yeah.
like a mix of the colors?
I don't know.
It's like, you don't really gain any new abilities if you're like a double maiden. Because they all have the same powers.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
just
it's all
get-
the same power. It's just a title.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, maybe it'd be like, you'd be 2 times stronger, but...
Yeah, probably.
Although here's an interesting thing. So if Penny does die, again, we know she can be rebuilt. So would she keep the maiden powers, or?
I don't know.
Well, that depends. Is it... I'm actually not entirely sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably not something. It's probably not that big a deal, but still. So yeah, I actually have no idea where to go from here.
You want to talk about favorite characters?
Sure. I mean, we've been recording for a while, so
Oh, do you want to save that for next time then?
I guess if we're quick about it, we can do it now. So screw it. So who wants to go first?
I'm still trying to think who I'd say my favorite is.
I kind of want to save mine because I'm going to go to, like, a really personal place.
Okay, then I guess I'll go first. You know, it's kind of torn for me. Cause like before Volume 7 ended, I would have easily said Yang. But after all happened, I'm kind of torn between her and Crow. Cause Crow's a character I very much feel for, given given everything that's happened, and everything he's gone throughout the show. I just can't help but feel for him.
Yeah, I get you.
Also, not much to do with the character, but it does help. It does help him. Bad Luck Charm is an absolute banger.
Oh yeah,
It really is.
Which means I will probably be playing it for this part. So yeah, it's Yang or Crow.
Yeah, both solid picks.
Yeah. I mean, I've always liked Yang, so like Yang's been my favorite from day one, so it's kind of hard not to choose her, but at the same time, I just feel more and more sympathy for Crow.
Yeah, I mean, Yang's always been in like the top 2 for me.
Yeah.
I've kind of been in the middle of the road for Yang. Like, I think she's good, but like, I don't have any like real strong feelings about her.
Fair enough.
I mean, for me, it also helps that I really love Barbara.
That's true.
I mean, Barbara basically just is Yang.
I mean, at this point,
She really is.
At this point, you could tell me that they're literally the same person, and Yang is actually real.
By the way, super lovely person to talk to.
So I've heard, mostly from you. Okay. So, Aiden, you want to go next?
Sure. For my favorite, pretty much entirely thanks to this volume, Ironwood. Because like while I understand that he's made like a lot of mistakes, I feel like just because you make mistakes doesn't make you like a worse character. And his like progression from being like a really put together and like compassionate person to falling into like just being a emotionless like machine has been really well done. Much like you, I think that Hero's a fantastic song, even though you were talking about Bad Luck Charm.
Yeah.
And I think that his voice actor does a fantastic job. And I'm surprised that he's not been in more stuff. He's only ever really been in Rooster Teeth projects. So,
yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, I feel like he's definitely got the talent to go into the professional scene outside of Rooster Teeth.
Although is it bad that I kind of predicted Ironwood losing his mind from like the very start?
I think a lot of people did.
Yeah. It was kind of Volume 4 that I got that idea.
Because even when I first saw him, I'm like, this guy seems fishy. And then after a while, I was like, okay, okay, he's not that fishy. And then this happens, and I'm like, well, now I'm conflicted.
You were right all along. And for least favorite,
oh, we're going
Cinder.
least favorites too. Let's get through our favorites, then we'll do that.
Okay. Another one that's high up. Really been enjoying Oscar this volume.
Oh yeah.
Like I thought that he's definitely been improved writing wise. We're seeing more of his development, and he's gotten quite a bit more screen time.
Yeah, talking of his development, I kind of want to echo what I've seen someone in particular bring up that I kind of agree with. Oscar's actually developing on screen now.
Yes, which is what I've been wanting the entire time. Because I've always called Oscar the Luke Skywalker of RWBY. And like, hard not to do. Like, it's hard to do Luke Skywalker bad.
Oh, he even started as a farm boy.
Yeah, he started as a farm boy. He has an old man who gives him advice in his head and gives him powers. And then, thanks to the old man in his head, he finds a new mentor. Crow for Oscar, Yoda for Luke.
Oh my god.
He is like, they've even got like a similar shaped weapon. So yeah, Oscar is RWBY Luke Skywalker.
Oh my god, yes.
And like, I didn't like how he was like constantly developed off screen. Like, I fought really hard from the people that I've talked to on the internet about how I actually liked Oscar. And I'm glad to see that the potential that I saw in him as a character is like starting to get fully realized.
Yeah. I can imagine, yeah, that's a little annoying that most of the development of any character would be done off screen. It's like, wow, we sure didn't see any of that. Great. But yeah, it is nice to see Oscar actually go through all that.
Also, Oscar is like the one character in the cast to land a solid hit on Neo.
Yeah. Also, if you think about it, the scene with him in Ironwood is like the scene in The Empire Strikes Back. He even falls down like a big shaft. Oh my god. Yeah, he falls down a big shaft, and then his old man mentor speaks to him and helps save his life. Like, the only thing that was missing was just Ironwood going, Oscar, I am your father, and then quit drawing him.
That would be way too random.
And like, it just comes out of nowhere. That would be even funnier.
Okay.
Oh,
anyway.
It makes sense! Iron Daddy!
Yes, Iron Daddy.
Okay. moving on. Alright. Mate, I'm pretty sure anyone who knows you knows where you're going with this, but just go ahead.
Yep. Totally not obvious at all, but my favorite character of all is Blake Belladonna. Okay, first of all, fighting style, love it. Weapon, I've always thought it's probably one of the coolest. Could do with more of a visual upgrade, but hey,
yes,
hopefully one day. Okay, Cat is adorable. And the way, just how expressive that they've been in the past couple of volumes. I absolutely love it. Like, they flick when she's happy, or like, pop down when she's sad. It's just, whoever animates those ears, like, I love you.
They have an entire team dedicated to animating her ears.
But, like, the main reason Blake's my favorite is, like, a super personal thing. It's, like, I kind of see, like, a lot of myself in her. Like, there are scenes where she's talking about how, like, she doesn't feel like she deserves, like, the love that others give her, or that she hopes that the people who she's, like, left down, like, hate her for what she did. And I've been in that same boat before. And actually seeing her, like, actually realize, like, yeah, I do deserve, like, the love that the people around me give me, and, like, more come out of her shell, I feel like it's helped me a lot as well. And it's why, like being happy makes me feel, like, really happy as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's like a super personal thing for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Learn more about Nate, one-on-one.
And seeing about, like, you know, seeing her, like, finally, like, stand up to Adam, and okay, it's not the exact same, but I have had Adams in my life. People who make me feel, like, worthless and, like, all that stuff. Not in, like, an abusive relationship sort of thing, or at least not the same way. but finally seeing her like overcome all that and like kick his ass. Oh, it felt so good when you've been in that situation. And it's one of the reasons I despise Adam so much.
Yeah.
Because, like, as a person, as a character, he's written very well. And I think the writers did a great job. And the thing that I really hate about him is that people like him do exist.
Yeah.
Which is the scariest part.
Yeah. But, like, seeing Blake go through all that and overcome it is just, like... It's just one of the things that I love so much. And I know I'm repeating myself a bit, but
Yeah.
it's difficult for me to put into words, but...
It's fine.
It's helped me a lot.
I'm really happy to hear that.
Also, she has a fantastic ass.
You had a real nice, like, sweet and emotional tone there, and then you just end it all with a nice bomb.
I know that's kind of out of nowhere, but I thought, okay, this is maybe starting to sound a bit depressing in a way, but...
You cannot resist
Let's just throw that out there.
I mean, you're not wrong, but...
You couldn't resist that, could you?
Hey, the Bella Booty is the best booty.
If it really makes you feel that way, whatever. Okay, I guess we could talk about least favorites. I mean, Mate pretty much already said his. In case you weren't paying attention or you're stupid, it's Adam.
I mean, I'm kind of like rethinking because the thing is about Adam is like the fact that he despised him that much as a person. It really just shows like how well done he was.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if he's like my full-on least favorite character.
Like, you hate him as a person, but you like how he was written.
Yeah.
Plus, you can't.
And his voice actor did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really just selling, like, yeah, you hate this guy. And
plus, he's always a joy to watch in a fight.
Yeah,
that too.
I feel like his voice actor had a bit of a rocky start in, like, volumes, the Blake character short, and then his appearance in Volume 2. But after Volume 3, he got really good.
Yeah, I actually went back and watched the Black trailer a little while ago, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he was actually pretty terrible here. But over time, he got better.
Yeah, and then he gave it his all in Volume 6, and it really shows.
Yeah, because I think he knew that was how Adam was going to go out. So it's like, I'm going to bring my A
He had
for
to
this.
have known.
Yeah.
Wait, could you just imagine he didn't know? So he's like in the booth recording the last episode that Adam's alive, and he's like, wait, I die?
Like, I'm fairly certain he knew, like... I wouldn't be surprised if he knew, like, when he was cast, because...
Probably.
We touched on Puro a while back. Yeah, Jem Brown knew from the beginning that Puro was gonna die.
Yeah. I mean, if he didn't know in, like, volumes 1 or 2, I'm guessing after 3. At the very latest, he probably got some kind of idea that Adam was gonna die soon.
Yeah. Just gotta wonder how it makes the voice actors feel, knowing like, hey, we cast you for this character, and then just a few minutes later, hey, this character also dies later. So.
The character you're playing is Yusuf's ex-boyfriend, and he's gonna die in Volume 6. Oh, okay. I'll try my best.
I imagine he probably didn't care, but at the same time, that's just funny to me.
If it's any consolation, he goes out via double penetration.
Yeah, someone I talked to for someone I work with for a project I'm doing wrote that in a script, and I'm like, well.
Famous last words.
Oh.
It's gonna be my senior quote. Just, oh.
I'm gonna write that on my resume. Just oh.
Hire me, please.
It's like you're applying for a job. Oh. Anyways, okay, honestly, I'm gonna have to agree. Like, in terms of like as a person, yeah, Adam's the freaking worst. As a character, yeah, I don't know. I can't. I mean, I hate the guy, but I don't hate him because he's an awful character. I hate him because he's a freaking piece of crap.
I mean, then again, Salem did murder her own kids.
That's true.
Maybe not intentionally, but she didn't really seem that remorseful about it.
Yeah. Which is weird because like the scene before, she was like really happy that her daughter like learned magic.
Yeah,
Then the next
and
scene,
it's
she's
just like,
dead.
Oh, they're dead.
Whatever.
Ozma, how could you betray me like this?
Oh, our
Yep.
kids are dead. Whatever.
That's what she's concerned about.
But Salem, what about our dead children? You betrayed me.
I guess aside
Wait,
from
I
Adam,
have one of those.
I guess in terms of least favorite character, I might have to go with Cinder. Just for the reason of I don't understand her. Like from what I can gather, like she's evil because she's evil. I don't know. Maybe
I mean, I would like to know why she's so power hungry.
yeah.
I actually saw an interesting theory on that.
I might have seen the same one.
It's the one that says the Cinder's a sneak.
Really? I've not heard that.
She's like Jock's secret love child, and like that.
I heard that about Adam.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was because he had blue eyes similar to Weiss.
Oh God, really?
Yeah.
But like the
Brings
whole
me
thing
back to
with
when people
Cinder
thought
is
Mercury
like,
had silver eyes.
God, that was a theory. But the whole theory with Cinder is like, she was like abandoned because she wasn't like part of the Sneak family. Like Jock had an affair, and that's how Cinder was born.
Oh.
And she like looks at Winter and Weiss, so it was like everything that she thinks that she was made to deserve or like should have gotten, and that's what caused her to become power hungry. Which like explains her whole speech to Winter.
I guess
Maybe. I mean,
maybe. But at the same time, that
when I heard
would have
the-
been brought up.
when I heard that's not far off of that is that she was born in Mantle. And, like, all the people from Atlas were just looking down on her like, you're worthless, like, you're filth, or something along those lines. And she'd look up at Atlas and be like, oh, I want that place to fall. Or, like, take the power away from those people.
It's just a
Like,
shame
I'll
because
show them, like, who's strong and who should be feared. Like, stuff like that.
yeah, which I feel like would be very interesting, but like it's been 7 years and we still have no clue.
Yeah.
Like a decent part of Volume 6 is dedicated to Cinder. Like, and they didn't even show us Cinder's backstory.
Yeah. Who
Yeah,
knows?
it's mostly just Neo's alive. They're teaming up. They're going to Atlas. Goodbye.
See you next volume, where they do something, I guess. They did a lot less this volume than I thought they would. I'm just gonna say that much.
Yeah, I mean Cinder just hung out in a hotel room, getting that free Atlas TV. Everyone's dying. And now on to weather.
But yeah, as far as least favorite person though, I would say Adam. But unlike him, but the thing about him is that he's a joy to watch a fight, and yeah. However, I can't say that about Jacques.
Oh,
yeah.
good choice.
Meanwhile, Jacques is just as bad of a person. So, yeah.
I mean, as bad, if not worse.
If not worse.
Because at the very least, Adam did some kind of unintentional good.
Yeah.
Because, like, by working with the White Fang, he was, like, saving Fauna's lives. And, like, in the DC comic, it showed that he, like, killed Fauna's slave camps.
Yeah, like, he has a reason to be... Plus, the brand on his eye doesn't help.
Yeah.
He at least has a reason to act the way he does.
Well, at the same time, still crazy.
Oh, yeah. No, still crazy.
It doesn't make him a bad person. It doesn't make him a good person. A good...
How when he...
explains it.
Like, in the DC comic, where it, like, flashes back to when I think him and Blake first meet. By the way, Blake's a tiny child and she's wearing kimono. It's adorable and I love it. But, like, we see him crying, and it looks like he's crying because there was some Faunus that he couldn't get freed.
Yeah.
But then, when it goes to before the Black trailer happened, it reveals, oh no, he didn't really care about the Faunus, he was just upset he didn't get to kill more humans.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
But Adam at least has reason to act the way he does. Jacques doesn't. He just wants to be a rich man.
As an evil bastard, I am going to get more control of this company and therefore the world. Mustache 12.
He also gives away, like, confidential information just so he can win an election. And then he's surprised
I only intended to win the election.
Only!
He is really stupid.
Yeah, this dead scientist is totally not going to use my confidential military passwords for anything bad. He has a mustache like me, he's totally trustworthy.
Oh, I wish that was an alternate of how that conversation went. Like, I don't trust your plan, but I do trust your mustache.
And my mustache trust you.
Oh, cue that Team 4-star thing. Mustache! Mustache!
Alright, okay, Aiden, you were going to go before. You can go now.
Okay, well, I kind of have the same things as you. I dislike Adam as, like, a person, but I do agree that he's got probably some of the best fight scenes in the show. A cool weapon and a cool semblance.
Yeah, it's part of the reason why I'd love to see a DBX between him and Virgil from Devil May Cry.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, and I say DBX, not a death bow, because that'd just be spiteful.
Like, too spiteful even for people that hate Adam.
Yeah.
I can't say a dang thing right now.
Also, I liked his design up until he got all the zip. But, yeah, I don't think him as a person, but I think he was well written as a character. In terms of a character that I don't like and is not well written, in my opinion, Cinder. And yeah, I think that's really it. Basically the same as Brobuscus.
Cool, so we're pretty much mostly in agreement.
I've been thinking about this, and I kind of don't want to, like, retread old water, but I have one that would probably get me be a bit more controversial, but I would probably go into a bit more reason why, and one I feel like there is more justification for, maybe, if that's the right term, but whatever. I'm not gonna lie, one of them is kind of 4 characters.
Oh?
It's Team Sun.
Oh, really?
Really?
Because, I'm not gonna lie, I feel there's a lot of potential there that's just kind of wasted, in a way. Like, it's mostly just from wanting to know more about Sun. Like, why is he a huntsman? Like, and I just wanted to see him do more stuff like with his team than just like hanging out with Blake or that sort of thing. It's like
I guess.
I'm probably not explaining it right, but it's just like
You just wish that they would do more.
yeah, it's like oh no, when he was first introduced and he like runs past Team Ruby and winks at Blake, my first thought was like, okay, do those two know each other? And like maybe they're like childhood friends or something, and they're like together again? No, that'd be cute. No, that's the first time they met.
Yeah.
This is
Like,
this is a
okay,
little off
that's
topic.
weird.
But I was watching this RWBY Abridged series, and they actually changed it so like Sun used
Yeah.
to be in the White Fang with Blake.
Yeah,
And
I
I
like
thought that was really cool. That would have been cool to see.
Yeah,
I guess.
and
Um,
not only that, but also like Scarlet and Sage. Like,
yeah.
What have they done?
yeah. Like, oh god, and oh, I even think about this for like the mech fight in Volume 2, or just the entire go out into town thing. What was the point in Sun and Neptune going with them?
Show off their
Yeah.
cool weapons and sun semblance.
Yeah, but it's just like I even thought about this for potential like what if stuff, but like if they didn't go with Team Ruby, the same result would have happened.
Pretty much.
Nothing would have changed.
Yeah.
Also,
And even when-
Neptune... Sorry.
And even when like they get into the mech fight, they get backhanded off the bridge, and it's like, okay, let's go get noodles. And I mean, it was funny, but at the same time, like, what if when a Team Ruby got like really, really hurt?
Yeah, and they were just sitting there eating noodles.
Like, I'm sure they're fine.
I feel like that scene would have had the same effect if it was just like them eating noodles, and it was like, oh, I wonder what Team RWBY you're up to.
Yeah, it's just like I just feel like there's a bit more like potential there for Team Sun, and
think
I kind of
done
like
there.
to, and I like to see more of that. Like Sun got good, like for me, like Volume 5 mostly,
Fair.
and
I mean, you can't deny that Sun's
Yeah.
kind of a blast to be. He's kind of a blast to be around.
yeah, and I can like that aspect about him. Like he's a fun guy, but I'd just like to see him like do more. That
Fair.
makes sense.
Yeah, that does.
But then there's this person who I feel isn't written so great in a way that, oh boy. I'm not sure how this is going to go down, but it's Raven.
You know,
Oh,
that
that's a
doesn't
good
surprise me.
pick.
Because, oh boy. Yang spent so long searching for her long-lost mother, finally finds her, and she has the gall to just say, ugh, people only visit when they want something. Really? And then when she's sitting down with Yang and Wei, she's just being intentionally vague to the point where it just like really annoys me. And she even tries to say, oh, Osborn's a really bad guy, secretly. Here, he gave me the power to turn into a bird. I could tell you more about it. Or, open spoil, you could go and ask Crow. What?
yeah.
Like, if I were Yang, I'd go and ask Crow.
There's also the fact that like it's
ultimatum
never
is that?
addressed, like why Raven abandoned Yang.
Yeah, well, it kind of was in a way, but then Yang and Weiss go to talk to everyone else, and Crow mentions that, yeah, they chose to have that.
Yeah, that's a really convenient.
Well, it's awfully convenient you left that out, Raven.
very specific detail that was opted out.
Like Raven could have just lied and been like, yeah, Ozpin's like the reason why Summer's dead.
Hmm.
Like, or come up with something more believable than like he forced us to turn into birds.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, yeah, she basically abandoned Yang because, I don't want to get hurt by the scary witch. Because, let's be real, that is why she ran away.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, you can tell that she's feeling like she's starting to have like I don't know. Anything I could say would make me feel like I'm defending her. I'm not, but you can tell she's starting to feel like she even apologizes to Yang. Like, there's something.
Yeah, after leaving again, so that she could take the relic and be a target for Salem.
I know, but at the same time, like, I feel like there's some form of there's something going on there.
Like, I feel like Raven does love Yang, but she cares more about her own life than Yang's.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like there is more to it, but why is she just so freaking vague? And that's what I really hate sometimes, it's just when someone's super intentionally vague.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of people like to talk about how, like, Cinder's always, like, super snarky, and, like, has that one, like, tone of delivery. But the same is with Raven. Like, aside from a few exceptions, it's always, like, incredibly condescending. Like,
Yeah.
her expression.
Also, her weapon is literally just atoms, but a lot more confusing.
Yeah.
So you know what, Adam?
Yeah,
I'll give
pretty
you
much.
that much.
Plus, it's like it's good for contrasting to like her personality, but her semblance is really weird.
Yeah, because it can only lead to one person.
No, it leads to anyone she makes a strong bond with, like a family
Well, yeah, but at the same
member
time,
or-
she can't just open a portal anywhere she wants, which is super impractical. But okay.
Like, I feel like it's supposed to be ironic, like, she hates relying on others, but her semblance literally relies on the people she cares about.
Hmm.
But, like, it's just, it's a bit of a boring semblance.
Yeah. Also, when are we finally gonna get more on the scene with Tai at the end of Volume 5?
I know, right? I was thinking throughout the entirety of Volume 6, like what? Like by the time Volume 6 ended, after a while I was thinking, wait, where was Raven?
Could you just imagine that RWBY and Yang return back to Pat, and just, like, Tai Yang and Raven are, like, married?
Oh man.
No, they come back and find them post-coitus.
I don't know.
Like-
All right. Well, we've been recording for so long.
Nearly 3 hours.
We should probably wrap this up.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just gonna say this now. I have no idea when we're gonna be doing this again. But
When we think of something to talk about.
yeah, maybe when more details start coming in about Volume 8, we'll find something to talk about. So yeah, hope you guys are looking forward to that. And with that, I think we're all set.
Okay.
So
Fun doing this.
So thank you guys for watching. We're bad at intros. At outros, I mean.
Yeah, there was. Why do you think all of mine and my videos are just fictional characters?
Yeah. So see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.